The idea behind the writing workshops is to give students confidence that they can become writers. We've had for some time the notion that wide reading helps students understand how texts work and improves their ability to read even for the exam type reading that they do. I've started recently to talk about the notion of wide writing to give students lots of opportunities to do all sorts of different types of writing, to engage them, to keep it interesting for them, but essentially to help them to think about that quite challenging process of writing. One of the things that we've concentrated on recently has been the notion that there are different things that you need to do depending on the different genre that you're writing for. So we've been talking to students about worrying about differences between different types of writing, rather than actually thinking about the same choices that they make whatever the type of writing. It doesn't matter whether you're writing a letter to the local council about youth facilities or you're writing an imaginative piece in response to a painting. Essentially what you're going to be doing is choosing the most powerful and appropriate words as your first set of choices. Beyond that, you're going to be thinking about sentence grammar and punctuation, and you're going to be thinking about the choices that you need to make there. And then thirdly, there's the whole text cohesion. So rather than worry too much about 12 different genres and all the things that need to go with each one of those, what writing workshops do is encourage you to approach a task, a particular task, and to think about those three basic choices: vocabulary, punctuation, and whole text cohesion, and to work through that in a way which enables you to produce the best outcome it's possible to produce.
Right, read it through, absorb it. In a minute you're going to discuss it. This is the task that you are going to be doing today. It's the main task that you're going to be working on. You've looked now at the pitch that is in front of you. You've read it through. What I want you to do now is to spend a couple of moments just running through together what you think it is from your reading of that piece of paper, what it is that you are expected to do. Okay, just discuss that in your groups. Off you go.
So we've got to try and make Reebok
it could be like
the other makes to make them stand out.
Well, I think like people, it says they like music, so I reckon it'd be people in the street like doing like fitness and like loads of exercise, like wearing the right thing.
We're expected to do a storyboard for a 30-second TV advertisement which presents Reebok trainers in an exciting way. So you've got to produce a storyboard, a poster campaign to support the TV advert, a campaign, not just one poster, a campaign, and ways of using social media to draw attention to the campaign. So there's three things that you've got to do, but also you're going to have to present that pitch, which will last no longer than a couple of minutes, to everybody else in the class, as if you are presenting it to the Reebok senior marketing executive. You're not going to have very long to do this. In fact, you're going to have about 15 minutes, that's all. Very little time at all. So you're going to have to work really, really quickly and really, really efficiently.
So it's males between 16 and 24. And so I think a lot of things needs to be all focused around
males between 16 and 24 do.
So they'll be going out to like the park, and they're going to be wanting to go to
Play basketball
and football, just use like the main sports. Instead of
like stick some posters around like a court.
12 minutes, that's all.
So like, you know, like when you get like loads of posters around those,
yeah.
make it really bright and big. What's that called?
But we want like colourful.
I think we shouldn't draw on this yet. We should just draw sketches and ideas.
No, we don't have the time. Yeah, we don't have the time.
Plan it first, and then we can make some time
and then getting ready for
Okay.
sport, like getting a close-up shot on the guy thing on shoots like
Right, so we should put Reebok, do Reebok in bubble writing.
Yeah. Even the Beckhams. Should we say something like better than Nike? Or in our...
Even the Beckhams say better than Nike. No, that's too long.
Even the Beckhams...
It's like a low shot. Gave them a go. Keep will go. Sounds so weird.
Even the Beckhams prefer them.
Yeah. You're right.
Prefer them to any other.
An advert on TV.
What you're going to do now is you're going to do your pitch. The pitch is about 1 minute, 2 minutes long, but you're going to have a chance to fail because you're going to do it as a dress rehearsal. So we're going to do all the pitches simultaneously at the same time, so it won't be embarrassing because nobody will be listening to your pitch because everybody will be talking. It's your dress rehearsal before you get to put your pitch in front of the rest of the class. Okay? So, are you ready? We'll give you a kind of a bit of a countdown so that you can get ready. Think about where you're standing, think about who's going to be saying what, all that kind of stuff. Are you ready? Okay, so in 15 seconds time, you're going to start your dress rehearsal. So get yourselves ready, standing up. Come on, and again. Off you go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, right, when you're ready, off you go with your pitch, guys.
Alright, so we've got a storyboard for our 30-second advertisement. It's a famous musician, Dr. Dre, and he's wearing the shoes, lots of close-up shots on him wearing the shoes. He then goes out on stage to one of his big performances and he's wearing the shoes, so it's advertising our shoe by a famous musician.
This is our poster. Of course, with this we're just trying to show off the shoe and how modern, and we're trying to show the sole. Of course the sole is different from Nike and Adidas. It's got a new texture and a new fabric, so it comforts your feet and your sole better.
Our target audience was going to be teenagers and 16 to 24, only just because it kind of fits their age like zone.
And the style that we went for is more of an urban style, so in the back of the poster it's going to be on a street, it's quite urban, a bit of graffiti, so it's cool, it's new, it's quite arty as well.
On your own, you're now going to write your own response to the brief to send to Reebok. You can choose ideas from any of the group presentations, so it doesn't just have to be your pitch. Anything else that you've heard or picked up during the morning, you can use that too. The important thing is to make your writing powerful, persuasive, but above all, clear, to the marketing executive exactly what you're proposing. So you're kind of on your own now. This morning you were all in groups, getting lots of ideas. Your head should be full of ideas. You've got the ideas that you came up with this morning as a group. You've got the ideas you've heard from other groups, and you've probably got new ideas that are swimming around in your head. You can use any of those things to create this piece of writing.
Hello, my name is Tyler. My aim for Reebok as a company is to get it back in the shoe game as one of the leading names in trainer fashion. To do this, I'm bringing forth a new trainer idea. My shoe combines a sporty running shoe style with a street fashion look to provide a classic silhouette for the fashion world.
The posters our design will have the word Reebok at the top, and underneath there will be a slogan which says, "It's the winner's shoe." The poster will be placed in the park, a place where most energetic teenage boys will be. They will be also placed in sporting shops around the UK and hopefully will expand further around the world. I understand that many companies will be competing against us. However, I believe with the right advertisement and cooperation we can do it. Thank you for listening.
So I've been doing the Writers' Workshop approach, and the clue is in the title. I really like the workshop bit. The whole idea, the whole concept of this is that students are encouraged to really experience their writing. So they go through the writing process. And I think really what we're trying to do here, and I've seen this coming out quite a lot, just the stuff we've been doing today, is we're trying to get students to think of themselves as writers, not as writing as some kind of alien thing which they have to, a series of kind of hoops through which they have to jump to create a piece of writing, but to think of themselves as writers. So how does a writer go about thinking about ideas? How does a writer go about drafting? How does a writer go about redrafting? And if we can achieve that, then I think the work that students produce is far more honest, it's far more intriguing, and it's certainly far more interesting. But at the same time, it really allows them to achieve the kind of things that also an exam board is looking for when it comes to doing the exam. I suppose when we first all heard about the exam, there was one kind of a bit of fear and a bit of disappointment that we might be losing all that fantastic stuff that we've been doing for many, many years based on coursework, all that kind of speaking and listening stuff, all of those things, that lively, active learning and teaching which has been encouraged in the classroom, that might therefore disappear because somehow English teachers are thinking that we've all got to prepare for the exam, and the way to prepare for the exam is to just do lots of exams. The really exciting thing about the CUP materials and the writing workshop approach is that it's giving us license to be able to use speaking and listening activities to prepare us for our writing. It encourages an active approach, which is actually completely counter and contradictory to what we might think an exam might be dictating. And so I find that quite exciting.